Well, hey, what's going on, everybody? Today on the channel, we're going to be doing kind of a unexpected unboxing here. I certainly wasn't planning on getting this phone, but here we are. And then also underneath it, another Apple Watch. So, yeah, just great, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, we're not going to focus on the watch for now. That'll be the next video. This is the new Apple Watch SE, and I'll explain to you why I got the SE in that video. But first, since the iPhone is of course the most important product today, I mean the watches are cool, but everybody wants to see these devices right here. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, I'll be honest, the main reason why I got this is this color. My favorite color is orange, so we're going to see if this cosmic orange color is just a hype or it's actually worth picking up. So this is the iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigabyte. It's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be upgrading from a 15 Pro Max. Haven't really been the biggest fan of the Max size, but yeah, so we're going to go back down to the Pro, get a little bit smaller phone, and see how that goes. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed. If you don't know, Apple no longer wraps the boxes in plastic or anything like that. There's just a couple of little pull tabs back here. So you just pull them off the top and then the bottom. See, there's another one. These are kind of difficult to grab onto this year for some reason. Let's go ahead and get this thing opened up. So there we go. There's the 17 Pro. The design is questionable, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, there you go. So the orange, let me look at it in just a little bit different lighting. You know, the orange is okay. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't call it like a vibrant orange. It's definitely something you're going to have to see in person to really appreciate it. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more brighter. But first impressions, you know, this phone feels much better in the hand compared to my Max version. I will say though, it feels better in the hand, but it kind of feels more slippery. Obviously we're going from titanium construction to aluminum, which I've already seen a lot of people scratching this up, and I'm a no case kind of person, so I'm a little concerned about that. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens with that. But let's just go ahead and check out literally the only thing else in this box, and that is our USB-C cable. It is a nice braided cable. And then there are some little things down here, just like a quick start guide and safety information. Nothing important there either, especially with no Apple stickers. Why even look at that? But yeah, basically all you get is the cable, so you're kind of out of luck if you don't have a power brick, I guess. But let's go ahead, I'll set my mouse pad down here so we don't have to set the phone just flat on the desk. And let's go ahead and pull in my 15 Pro Max real quick, and you guys can take a look at that comparison. So here we go. You can see definitely a different footprint, much smaller display. But like I said, I'm looking forward to getting back to that smaller size because the Max size just really wasn't for me. But let's go ahead and peel that off. Best part, right? And let's go ahead and power it up for the first time. So there we go. So like I said, I'm really interested to see how this holds up over time. I don't think I've ever went caseless with a aluminum iPhone. But let me know what you guys think about this new design. You know, I'm kind of wondering if it's more of, it kind of sounds like a downgrade when you think about it, because, you know, we're going from titanium to aluminum, and these phones just, I don't know, I feel like the stainless steel and the titanium that we've always had with Pro phones have, you know, have made it feel more premium. Like a titanium iPhone is just super cool. But anyways, we'll go through these setup questions. They should just be pretty straightforward. See what it's like on iOS 26 setup wise. So we got appearance, and then of course we have the ability to quickly set up our iPhone. So this is super nice. So all you gotta do is pull up your current phone, and it says on my phone, set up new iPhone. Use your Apple account. Hit continue. It's going to authenticate with Face ID. And then we're going to hold our phone over that. It's going to get it. And it's going to just basically, continue on other iPhones. So it's asking me to set up for myself. And then we're going to enter the passcode of our other iPhone. So nice to be able to just seamlessly transfer your information to a new phone. Okay, now we're activating our new iPhone. Okay, so it wants me to basically confirm my phone number. And then it wants us to do just our little carrier process here. Okay, now we're activating again. What should happen, of course, if this process goes right, is it just transfers your service easily. Alright, so we got the network activated, no problem. Now we're going to do a quick software update. Not sure what software it's actually updating to. I didn't think there was a like a new iOS 26 release, so maybe it's like a .01 update or something like that. So just give this a few minutes to complete and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so did that software update and then just basically, Apple's kind of weird. Like once you do the software update, you have to answer basically all the same questions again for some reason, but here we are now. We're transferring data from my old phone, so whenever that gets done, I guess we'll come back. Alright guys, so we got it all set up. It's still obviously loading all my applications in and everything like that, but first impressions with this device, I mean, it's still a little sluggish at the moment because it's still loading a lot of things, but it feels very similar to the 15 Pro Max. I mean, there's really not like a huge difference there, but design-wise, that's where the big difference is, of course. We have aluminum frame now and all that good stuff. It does seem like definitely this phone is much lighter than a titanium. Obviously, that makes sense because we're moving to aluminum. And at first impressions of holding it in your hand, it does feel kind of secure, but it also doesn't at the same time. I feel like this aluminum may be actually more like a slick feeling, so you might have to be pretty careful, but I'm very interested to see how this holds up over time. And also the big thing I'm interested to is exactly how it's going to, wow, oh yeah, that 8x zoom, forgot all about that. So the main thing I'm really curious about with this phone is how it's going to hold up over time. I've already seen a lot of people showing scratches on this new aluminum finish, so that's kind of concerning to me, especially since I don't use a case on my phone. And then the other thing is kind of like heat management. I will tell you right now, after transferring all that data, both of these phones are warm. The Pro Max, however, is very hot, while this phone is just kind of, it's slightly warm to the touch. So I'm very interested to see how heat management is on this new 17 Pro with this vapor chamber or whatever they call it. But anyways, we're going to let this thing finish setting up. I'll have a watch unboxing for you shortly. But yeah guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll catch you all in the next video.